Hey there, you silly little goose. Welcome back to another video. Tis the season, am I right? Tis the season, am I right? Welcome back. For this week's video, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do something a little bit different, but still related to decor, you know? So I scoured the little creepy parts of the internet to try to find some of the most cursed Christmas home decor that I could find, just for you, and today we're gonna rank it together. Welcome to today's tier list. Ta-da! I've been watching a lot of Pokemon videos recently, and a lot of them just do tier lists, and I thought, you know what? 'Tis the season. Nothing screams Christmas like a tier list. Right, gamers? Where are all my gamers? And I knew there's a lot of Victorian, old creepy decorations that you see that are just like, who made that? Why'd you make that? Let me see that board meeting where everyone said, yep, perfect, yep, awesome, great job out there, guys. Okay, another one, another banger. So today we've got all these cursed home decor things on the right side of the screen that you can see, and we are ranking them, baby! So our rankings go as such today. The highest tier, he's just misunderstood. You just don't get it. People see something on a physical out exterior level and they just judge, but you don't get who he actually is, and I do. I know him. Just below that we have, I'm sure there's a good explanation for this. Someone made a mistake, and everybody makes mistakes every so often. This one just happened to be a bigger mistake than normal. Then just below that one we have, come on now, you didn't have to make this one. Guys, what are we doing? The next one is the authorities have been called. The police are on their way, they know exactly what you did, you know exactly what you did, and you're not getting away with it. And then second to last is just burn it. These ones are filled with the Holy Spirit of the devil, which leads us into the last one. That's not Christian. You know what the meaning of the holiday is. You know, Jesus and Starbucks having cups that relate to Jesus. There's a war on Christmas. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Let's go.
I just have to say this first one definitely giving me good vibes. This is a good vibes kind of ornament that I would have on my tree because I don't know about kids, guys. I still don't know. They kind of suck. So shove them in a bag, you know. This guy has definitely been naughty. He was sneaking some cookies when he shouldn't have, and Santa said, "All right, kid, let's just dispose of you at this point." Christmas disposal ornament, I am definitely putting that one in. I'm sure there's a good explanation for this one because I know it is. This one doesn't reach us into he's just misunderstood. There's a few that definitely are. This one's gonna hover beautifully, and I'm sure there's a good explanation for this one. I know that you guys know what I'm talking about when I say, why are we making Christmas trees into things that are not Christian, and you are sexualizing Christmas now with your butt plug Christmas trees? Quit it. Does William Sonoma just want to have people put these on their mantle places and then their guests come over and they don't know what's happening because they just don't know? I know William Sonoma and Lover's Lane are definitely having the same supplier for their Christmas trees, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. And you know where I'm putting this one. Butt plug Christmas trees going, that's not Christian, okay? Raise your values a little bit, William. I feel like I'm with everybody here and we're all on the same page how we say that this is iconic, dare I say. It is very cursed, but Cheeto Puff wreath, just beautiful. Candy corn wreath, Cheeto Puff wreath, I think so. That's why I think Cheeto Puff wreath belongs in He's Just Misunderstood. You don't get him, you will never get him, and we share a bond that only we can experience. Just beautiful. I mean, there's not much you can say about this one. Emaciated, bones, beard. All this thing wants is cookies and milk, and you need to give it cookies and milk because otherwise it will tear your family apart and separate you and your brother. So for that, I think he is really just misunderstood, but I don't want to like add everything to misunderstood. But I mean, look at that face. He just wants the glass of milk. Just give him the glass of milk and he'll put the gun down, okay? Next up is this terrifying Christmas tree with a face that they put up in a mall. And I'm sure this thing talks at you. There is blood coming out of this guy's mouth. That's where all the missing people go in the mall. Right into the tree. Someone is sacrificing people to this because it is their god. It's not necessarily that's not Christian. This is definitely a burn it kind of situation. It's not as awful just because I think it's kind of funny, you know, throwing people into its open mouth. All right, the gang's back, guys. The gang's back. That's all I can say. Stoner teddy bears with human eyeballs? Maybe, absolutely. If I had to go for it, definitely the authorities have been called. Okay, this one's my favorite. This is not even cursed, really. I just saw it and I thought it was adorable. He is the reason for not just the season, but also why I made the He's Just Misunderstood tier. you know, because look at those little eyes. Look at that little face. There's a lot of S-tier cursed Christmas decorations going on right now, and I don't know what that says about me. Maybe I need to do some reflecting. This next one is giving me major millennial BuzzFeed vibes. This is definitely what they think it looks like when you have an abortion after a week. That's what they think is inside of your body. Mary might have had a little bit too much fun one night when she didn't realize she was pregnant, you know, with the baby. And that's not her fault. That's not her fault. She didn't know. Okay, they didn't have doctors back then. And this was before the Surgeon General had warnings on anything. When I look at this picture, it makes me go, oh, Jesus. Just because of the situation, this one's definitely that's not Christian. I'm sorry. Next up, we got my boy, Mr. Bingle. I love children, they love me. He kind of looks like me after a rough night, and I'm in my freezer trying to look for a frozen pizza at this point, and it's like 5 in the morning. And I probably should go to bed because I have work tomorrow, but you know what? Mr. Bingle doesn't mess around. He's here for a good time, and also a long time. If you look at his face, that's a soul that's immortal. Mr. Bingle's he's a come on now, because guys, you're better than this. Next up, we got this just horrific homemade ornament. At first glance, if you kind of squint your eyes and you look at it with your hand glasses, it looks like a hamburger. I think you were supposed to be a reindeer, but I'm not sure. This one's definitely more of a burn it just because I feel bad for it and I don't want it to have to experience life like this. My guys are just having a little bit of fun. They're trying to stay warm. It's cold. Penguins get cold. Don't look at those poor things. Come on now. Come on now. I'm sure whoever made that thing is watching this video right now. Come on now. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I was looking for. Some good vintage Christmas decor that just made you think the devil has entered Santa Claus's body. So let's put him in a box, just a glass box next to Annabelle. They can all hang out in that weird museum that those people have. Anything, whatever they want to do, whatever kind of relationship they want, whether it be personal or professional, that's up to them. And I am not going to say anything bad about this just because I'm scared. Demon Santa Claus is definitely burn it. That's not Christian. Oh, how do you get rid of the devil? Whenever the devil's involved, that is not Christian. Look at how sad this thing is. I mean, oh my God, it just looks like it's never gotten anything that it's ever wanted in its whole life. He's definitely misunderstood. But he's one of those people that, while he's misunderstood, you get to know him and you kind of realize why people don't want to hang out with him. There's a lot of scary thoughts going in that fruit body of his. He's just misunderstood. At this point, surface level, we don't know what's going on, but once we understand him, then it'll probably be the authorities have been called. Santa, I've been a good boy. Please stop. Who is he saying please stop to? Is it this reindeer with the dead look in his eyes that says, this boy is mine now and I'm going to take him away from you and there's nothing you can do about it? Is it this child who looks like a grown man? This one's a straight up, the authorities have been called. Because honestly, at this point, I think they're the only ones that can save us from this. See, now Santor, he is my boy. We go way back. We were in Business 101 in college together. He's just ready for a good time. I don't think he's here for a long time either because of a lot of the issues that he's gonna have medically with his life. There's a lot of intestinal tract going on in there. He kicks people's doors down. He says, "You've been good, bitch." And he throws the present at their face and then spits on them and then stomps their face. Santar's going up and I'm sure there's a good explanation for this one because I'm sure there's a good explanation for this one. We got another set of boys. They're having fun. You know what? They're cold and they're just trying to stay warm. That's all it is. I don't know what you're reading into this one, but you need to leave them alone. They're having a private moment together. Said, "Hey boys, what's going on? You're finally here. You're a little late." And he said, "Yep, sorry, but here I am." And they said, "Oop, up you go." They are going into the authorities have been called. A little bit less of a come on now because it's a group of them and they kind of know what they're doing. Honestly, Santa Spermy, he's given a new meaning to the gift of life this season. I have to give it a come on now. Because what are you doing? Why are you making a Santa Sperm? You know exactly what that looks like. There's no way you're sitting there thinking, "Oh yeah, this looks really cool. I know what I'm doing." Last but not least, we have probably one of the worst decorations you can make as a city. I understand you're trying to maybe decorate for the holidays a little bit. Maybe a bridge isn't the place to decorate for that. The authorities have been called. You need help and we're gonna get you help. So that's all I have for our cursed Christmas decor tier list today. Let me know where you'd rank all these guys. Did I fit them in the same categories that you would, or do you want to change some of these? Do you absolutely hate some of these things that I hated? Let me know in the comments below. You can say what you want, but this is the definitive list of cursed Christmas decor. My authority is final and all-powerful, and I've bestowed that upon myself. Make sure you come to next week's video because it's gonna be just as much of a blast as this one, if not even better. Maybe worse, I don't know, because this one was pretty good. This is pretty good. Well, I hope you have a fantastic, magical, wonderful, fantastical, magnificent, holidaysical, any other adjective, kind of day, because you know what? You deserve it. All right, I'll see you when I see you, which is hopefully again because you're gonna watch another video that you haven't seen yet, and then maybe next week when you watch another video. Bye.